The rain was falling on your car like tiny tears from every star. You kept your hands upon the wheel, afraid to say the things we feel. I watched the street lights blur your face, like love was slowly leaving place. You asked me if I wanted more, and I just stared out through the door. I could have said, please don't go. I could have let my weakness show, but pride was louder than my heart, and that is where we fell apart. Take me back to that night, before goodbye became our truth, before I let the silence win, before I lost the best of you. Take me back to that night, where your eyes still look for mine. I would hold your shaking hand and ask for one more try. Now every lonely morning feels like punishment tonight, because I left my whole life back to that night. Your jacket smelled like winter air. I still remember standing there. The engine hummed, the world was still, but love was breaking against my will. You said, I can't keep waiting here. I heard the ending in your fear, but I was too afraid to speak, too proud to say you were all I need. I thought the pain would fade with time, but time just sharpens every line. Now all my memories turn around and bring me back to where we drowned. Take me back to that night, before goodbye became our truth, before I let the silence win, before I lost the best of you. Take me back to that night, where your eyes still look for mine. I would hold your shaking hand and ask for one more try. Now every lonely morning feels like punishment tonight, because I left my whole life back to that night. If I could walk into the rain and find us standing there again, I'd drop my fear, I'd drop my pride, I'd tell you everything inside. I'd say I'm sorry, I was cold, I was scared of what I couldn't hold. I didn't mean to make you feel like loving me was something hard to heal, but time is just a locked up door, and I'm still crying on this floor, begging shadows, begging light to take me back to that night. Take me back to that night, before the road took you away, before your taillights disappeared with all the words I couldn't say. Take me back to that night. I'd be softer than before, I would run into your arms before you closed the door. Now every dream is haunted by the look inside your eyes, when you waited for my answer and I chose to let love die. I keep living in the morning, but my heart stayed out of sight, still standing in the rain, back to that night. So if the sky remembers the place days we said goodbye, tell it I am sorry for the way I watched you cry. I'm here with all the silence that I never made right, still wishing I could love you back to that night. We were almost morning after years of rain, almost finding our way through the pain, almost laughing like we used to do, before the silence moved between me and you. Your hand was reaching, mine was too, but fear stood in the middle of the room. One more word, one softer try, could have saved us from goodbye. I still replay the moment slow, the one where I should have let you know that I was scared, but I was yours. We were so close to something more. We were so close, close enough to heal, close enough to touch the love we were too afraid to feel. We were so close to finding our way home, but we let the quiet take us, and now I sleep alone. One more breath, one more call, one more tear before the fall, could have changed the ending, could have kept you here. We were so close, and that's what hurts the most. The picture on the hallway wall still smiles like we didn't lose it all. Two happy faces, sunlight gold, before our hearts grew tired and cold. I remember how you looked at me, like there was still a chance to be everything we promised once, before we broke what we loved. I wish I'd crossed the space that night, turned off my pride, turned on the light, held your face and said don't go. But love was close and I was slow. We were so close, close enough to heal, close enough to touch the love we were too afraid to feel. We were so close to finding our way home, but we let the quiet take us, and now I sleep alone. One more breath, one more call, one more tear before the fall, could have changed the ending, could have kept you here. We were so close, and that's what hurts the most. Maybe love doesn't always die, sometimes it waits with tired eyes, begging two hearts to be brave before they choose to walk away. Maybe we were not too broken, maybe we were just too proud, maybe all we ever needed was to say the soft things loud. And now the almost haunts me more than losing you for real, because I know we had a chance, I know we could have healed. We were so close, close enough to to stay, close enough to turn around before you walked away. Yeah, we were so close to a life we almost knew. A little house, a little peace, a love that made it through. One more touch, one more night, one more I'm sorry, let's make it right. Could have saved forever from becoming a ghost. We were so close, and that's what hurts the most. So I sit inside the silence with the ending that we chose, not because love wasn't there, but because we let it go. We were so close to forget, close enough to love you still, close enough to regret. Found your old shirt in the closet, still folded where you left it there. I held it close for just a second, but it no longer smelled like care. The rain kept tapping on the window, like fingers trying to get in. And I kept hearing all your promises echo underneath my skin. I don't know when the love got tired, I don't know when we lost our touch, but I remember how you held me back when almost was enough. You said forever once, like it was easy to believe. You said I was the one, you'd never learn to leave. Now I'm standing because I know you said forever once. I passed the place we used to run to when the whole world felt too loud. The little cafe on the corner still keeps your laughter hanging round. I almost sat there by the window where you first reached for my hand, but some memories are oceans and I'm too tired to swim again. I tell myself that people change and hearts can change their mind, but how do I forgive the silence when your voice still lives in mine? You said forever once, like it was easy to believe. You said I was the one, you never learned to leave. Now I'm standing in the ruins of the future we gave up, and it hurts because I know you said forever once. Soft part, every secret, every scar, and now I have to learn to breathe without knowing where you are. You said forever once, now forever feels so far. You said I was your home, Then you left me in the dark. I'm still holding broken pieces of the life we almost touched, and I can't forget the night you said forever once. So I'll fold your shirt in silence, put it back where it belongs. Some goodbyes keep on living long after love is gone. You said forever once, and I believe too much. You came back wearing sorry, like a coat against the rain. Said you never meant to hurt me, then you held me close again. I knew your words were dangerous, I knew your hands would lie, but loneliness was louder than the warning in my mind. And I should have turned away before you touched my face, but missing you was stronger than the heart I tried to save. There was poison in your kiss, but I drank it like forever. I knew it would end like this, but I still pulled you closer. You were sweet against my lips, but bitter in my chest. I love the way you hurt me more than being left. There was poison in your kiss. You made the dark feel gentle, you made the pain feel warm, like I could sleep inside your thunder and call it safe from storms. But every time you held me, something broke beneath my skin. You gave me just enough of love to make me lose again. And I kept forgiving fire for burning down my hands. I called your lies devotion just to feel you understand. There was poison in your kiss, but I drank it like forever. I knew it would end like this, but I still pulled you closer. You were sweet against my lips, but bitter in my chest. I love the way you hurt me more than being left. There was poison in your kiss. Maybe I was starving for a love that felt like home. Maybe I was tired of surviving on my own. Maybe you were never cruel, just broken in your way. But broken people cut the deepest when they beg you to stay. There was poison in your kiss, and I'm still shaking from the feeling. I gave you every part of me. You gave me wounds for healing. You were heaven for a moment, then a hell I couldn't miss. I should have known the ending from the first taste of your lips. There was poison in your kiss, but I loved you through before. I'm still trying to survive the love I almost died for. There was poison in your kiss, and I can't drink anymore. I packed my tears in a quiet bag with all the little dreams we had. Your picture fell from the bedroom shelf, like even memories can't hold themselves. You stood there with your tired eyes, too full of truth, too done with lies. I wanted to run into your arms, but we had already gone too far. No one teaches hearts to leave when they still know how to bleed. I turned around, but not enough, and started walking away from love. I'm walking away from love, with my hands still reaching back, leaving the only home I knew on a cold and empty path. I'm walking away from love, but love is walking with me, in every breath and every tear, in every place I try to be free. I thought goodbye would save us, I thought distance might be kind, but I'm losing you in front of me and breaking from behind. I'm walking away from love, but love won't walk away from me. The hallway echoed with your name, though neither of us spoke the same. I heard your breathing start to shake, and knew I was the one to break. Your hand was close beside the door, the hand I used to live for, but I kept mine wrapped around my sleeve, afraid that touching you would make me weak. Sometimes leaving isn't strong, sometimes strong is holding on, but I learned that truth too late, with my heart already at the gate. I'm walking away from love, with my hands still reaching back, leaving the only home I knew on a cold and empty path. I'm walking away from love, but love is walking with me, in every breath and every tear, in every place I try to be free. I thought goodbye would save us, I thought distance might be kind, but I'm losing you in front of me and breaking from behind. I'm walking away from love, but love won't walk away from me. Maybe I was scared of leading, maybe you were tired of waiting, maybe we both watched forever fall apart without saving. I wish I could say I hate you, I wish I could say I'm done, but every road without you still leads back to where you are. If I could turn around tonight, I'd drop my pride, I'd drop my pain. I'd tell you love was never the problem, I was just afraid to stay. I'm walking away from love, with your voice inside my chest. Every step I take without you feels like I'm leaving my best. I'm walking away from love, but I still feel you is truth. I'm not walking toward tomorrow, I'm just walking away from you. I woke up reaching for your shoulder, but only touched the cold side of the bed. The morning light came through the curtains like it had not heard a word you said. Your jacket wasn't in the hallway, shoes were missing by the door, and all the silence in this bedroom felt heavier than before. No note beside the coffee, no message on my phone, just every question breathing in a house that feels unknown. You left without saying why. No goodbye, no final reason, just an empty space beside me, and a heart that kept on bleeding. I keep replaying our last night, searching for the warning signs, but you disappeared from my life and left without saying why. I walked around like something broken, still waiting for your key to turn. I wore your sweater in the kitchen like it could make your memory return. I asked the walls if I had missed it the moment you stopped needing me, but even they stayed quiet, like they were hiding what they'd seen. Maybe love was slowly dying, maybe I was holding tight to someone already leaving, long before that lonely night. You left without saying why. No goodbye, no final reason, just an empty space beside me, and a heart that kept on bleeding. I keep replaying our last night, searching for the warning signs, but you disappeared from my life and left without saying why. Was I too much to carry? Was I too hard to choose? Did you find another future where I was easy to lose? I could forgive the ending, I could learn to let you go, but how do I heal from silence when silence is all I know? You left without saying why, like our love was only borrowed, like every promise we made had no weight inside tomorrow. I'm still standing in the doorway with your ghost passing me by, trying to survive the question of why you never said goodbye. You left without saying why, and I'm still asking tonight how someone who held me so close could vanish from my life. So I'll turn off the porch light, stop waiting for your call. But the hardest part of losing you is not knowing why at all. We pass like strangers in the hallway, two shadows in the same cold room. You make your coffee without asking, I fold the silence next to you. The table still is both our places, but only distance fills the space. I know the shape of all you're breathing, but I don't know your heart these days. And every word we never say gets heavier at night. We sleep with backs turned to the pain, pretending we're alright. We do not talk, we just let the quiet grow. We do not fight, but somehow we both know love is standing at the door, with no reason left to stay. We do not talk anymore, we just slowly walk away. Your phone lights up beside the sofa, you turn it down before I see. I don't ask who keeps you smiling, you don't ask what's killing me. We used to tell each other everything, now we hide inside our eyes. Two hearts living under one roof, learning how to say goodbye. And I miss the sound of your anger more than this empty peace. At least when we were hurting, you still cared enough to speak. We do not talk, we just let the quiet grow. We do not fight, but somehow we both know love is standing at the door, with no reason left to stay. We do not talk anymore, we just slowly walk away. Maybe silence is the ending when goodbye feels too hard. Maybe we stop reaching when we both ran out of heart. I would rather hear the truth than live inside this lie, but you keep looking through me, and I keep breaking quietly. We do not talk, we just let the darkness in. We do not cry, but we both know where we've been. Love is lying on the floor, like a promise we betrayed. We do not talk anymore, we just slowly walk away. So leave the lights off in the kitchen, let the cold room hold the truth. We lost each other in the silence, long before I lost you. I moved my things from your apartment, one small box at a time. You watched me fold our little forever, like it was never mine. I left my key beside the flowers, the ones you let turn dry. You said said goodbye so softly, like you had practiced every line. And I tried to be calm, tried not to fall apart, but leaving you was easy compared to leaving my heart. Now I'm out of your sight, but not out of your shadow. I'm gone from your arms, but still lost in the afterglow. You don't see me crying, you don't hear me break at night. I disappeared from your world, but you're still living in mine. I'm out of your sight. I walk the streets we used to whisper, like strangers in the rain. Every corner knows our story, every window says your name. I changed my hair, I changed my number, changed the way I spend my days, but nothing changes how I miss you when the evening turns to gray. I tell myself it's over, I tell my friends I'm free, but every quiet moment brings you back to me. Now I'm out of your sight, but not out of your shadow. I'm gone from your arms, but still lost in the afterglow. You don't see me crying, you don't hear me break at night. I disappear from your world, but you're still living in mine. I'm out of your sight. Baby, love is cruelest when it leaves without a sound. Maybe I'm still waiting where you never turn around. Maybe you don't miss me, maybe I was easy to lose, but I still look for your face and every stranger passing through. I'm out of your sight, but not out of the hurting. I'm gone from your life, but the wound is still burning. You don't see my silence, you don't feel this empty room. I faded from your memory, but I still belong to you. I'm out of your sight, but you're not out of my heart. I walked away from your door, but I never got that far. So I'll keep moving slowly under this lonely moonlight. You may never see me again, but I'm still out here tonight. Out of your sight, still loving you inside. I saw you standing across the room with the same soft eyes I once ran to. You smiled politely, like we never knew, the kind of love that almost made it through. I held my breath when you came near, waiting for the past to reappear, but you just nodded calm and plain, like I was only passing rain. I used to be your morning light, your last call every sleepless night. Now I'm a stranger in a frame, and somehow you forgot my name. You forgot my name, like I was never written on your heart, like all our years were only smoke, falling gently in the dark. You forgot my name, but I still remember everything. The way you laughed, the way you lied, the way you held me through the spring. How can I be nobody to the one I love the same? You forgot my heart, you forgot my tears, you forgot my name. Someone asked you who I was, you looked away then smiled, because the answer should have been so clear, but I watched it disappear. I was the girl who wore your coat, the one who saved your smallest notes, the one who knew your tired eyes before you learned to say goodbye. I still know the songs you hate, the street where you were always late, but love became a faded flame, and somehow you forgot my name. You forgot my name, like I was never written on your heart, like all our years were only smoke, falling gently in the dark. You forgot my name, but I still remember everything. The way you laughed, the way you lied, the way you held me through the spring. How can I be nobody to the one I love the same? You forgot my heart, you forgot my tears, you forgot my name. Did it hurt too much to keep me? Did you bury me to heal? Did forgetting make it easier to pretend we weren't real? I wish I had that kind of mercy, I wish my mind could let you go, but every quiet corner still remembers what you don't. And maybe I should thank you for showing me the truth. I was holding on to someone who stopped holding on to you. You forgot my name, and I forgot how to breathe, standing right in front of you, someone you couldn't see. You forgot my name, but I still carry yours in every lonely midnight, in every closing door. Maybe one day I'll be free from this love I couldn't tame, but tonight I'm still the girl who breaks when you forget my name. So I walked home through the silence with your memory in the rain. You forgot the girl who loved you, but I remember all the pain. You forgot my name, you forgot my name, and I wish coffee cup is clean and dry, but I still place it by mine. The curtains move without a sound, like something lost is walking around. I tell myself it's only air, but I can feel you everywhere. You didn't leave in one goodbye, you faded slowly from my life. Now every room I used to know is haunted by what we let go. Love became a ghost, living in these walls, whispering your name every time the midnight falls. Love became a ghost, standing by the door. I can't hold it in my arms, but I feel it more and more. It follows me through silence, it sleeps beside my pain. It wears your old perfume and calls me by your name. You left, but what we had still hurts me the most. You became a memory, and love became a ghost. Your jacket hangs behind the chair, like it still knows you should be there. I pass it every afternoon and lose myself inside the room. The photos smile like nothing changed, but I don't recognize my face. I'm just a girl who loved too long, in a house where love is gone. I tried to move the furniture to make the past feel less secure, but every corner finds a way to bring you back into my day. Love became a ghost, living in these walls, whispering your name every time the midnight falls. Love became a ghost, standing by the door. I can't hold it in my arms, but I feel it more and more. It follows me through silence, it sleeps beside my pain. It wears your old perfume and calls me by your name. You left, but what we had still hurts me the most. You became a memory, and love became a ghost. Maybe one day I'll stop hearing your footsteps in the hall. Maybe one day I'll stop reaching for a voice that doesn't call. Maybe one day this old house won't feel like a grave, for every little promise we were too tired to save. But tonight the lights are flickering and the shadows know your face. I'm still sleeping with the sorrow you forgot to take away. Love became a ghost, and I became the room, holding all the echoes of a heart that loved you. Love became a ghost, I can't ask it to leave. It's the only piece of us that still comes back to me. It follows me through dreaming, soft, cold, and close. You stop loving me, but the haunting